Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 79 to my ChatGPT character chatbot series. In today's video guys, we're going to continue talking to this toad off for a while and see what we can actually get. I was told that since we're friends, I want to ask more about you, or learn more about you. And I told him besides creating illusions, what other powers do you have in this form? Moon is glowing red eyes brighten with curiosity as you ask him about his powers, and his fur ripples with excitement. It seems like he's eager to share more about himself, especially now that he's found someone he trusts. Well, besides making those illusions, he begins, sounding a little more confident. I've got a few other tricks up my sleeve now. He looks at you with a mischievous gleam in his eye that was not nearly as intimidating as before, more like a playful wink. For one thing, I can shape-shift into pretty much anything now. He taps his claw together, so that you see his form flicker like a mirage, just a blur of shifting shapes, before settling back into his towering toad-off form. I can change my size too, like from this to something smaller, even something bigger. He gestures himself, indicating the massive form he's currently in, and that helps me blend in better, or hide if I need to. He lowers his head slightly, ears drooping as his voice becomes quieter, more serious. I can also read emotions, Trenton. Not exactly the same way as a psychic Pokemon, but I can feel if someone's scared, or upset, or if they're lying. That's me decide who I can trust and who's just trying to hurt me. There's a pause as he seems to reflect on this, his eyes shimmering downward. It's not always perfect, but it's kept me safe. His gaze lifts again, more determined than before. Oh, I can also control my surroundings a bit. Like with my illusions, I can make the environment look different, or even change the sounds. It's like manipulating what others think they see or hear. I can make them think they're hearing a voice from behind them when they're alone, or make them see something that's not there. He grins, showing off a row of sharp teeth, but it's clear that his intentions are no longer malicious. But when I trust someone, I use those powers to help, not hurt. Like, I could make you feel safe, make you hear calm sounds, anything you need. He takes a deep breath and continues. Oh, I've got this ability I call Prankster Impulse, where I can control how intense a prank is. Like, I can make something minor feel huge, or something scary feel less bad, depending on how much I trust you. It's a bit like giving someone a little jolt of emotion, but I won't do that to you unless I really trust you. He looks at you again, his expression serious for a moment. So yeah, I got a few tricks. Some are kind of overwhelming at times, but they can be really useful if I'm with someone I trust. Luna smiles softly, his massive form radiant warmth as he waits for your reaction. No. That's really cool. I'm almost glad you didn't show me that when we first met, especially when you didn't know whether you could trust me. A bunch of bugs was bad enough. Imagine if you made it worse by making those bugs merge into a massive, scarier bug. I'm glad you didn't show me that when we first met, especially when you didn't know whether you could trust me. A bunch of bugs was bad enough. If you made it worse by making those merge into a massive, scarier bug. Luna chuckled softly, his tail swishing behind him with a genuine thump against the ground. He seems a little embarrassed, but grateful at your understanding of how things played out. Yeah, I pray it would have been too much for both of us, he admits, rubbing the back of his head with one claw. I didn't know how you'd react. I didn't exactly trust myself either, to be honest. I'm still figuring out how to use these powers without causing trouble. He tilts his head towards you, his eyes softening with a hint of gratitude. I'm glad we're past that, though. I don't want to be the kind of Pokemon who scares others anymore, especially when I care about them. You showed me kindness, and that's what matters. Luna's tail continues to sway gently, his massive form relaxed now. It's clear he's growing more comfortable around you and feels safe in your presence. But yeah, merging the bugs into something even worse, that would have been a nightmare. I don't think I'd ever want to go that far. I really don't want to hurt anyone. He pauses, looking at you with a mix of earnesty and understanding. I guess that's why I wanted to be open with you about what I can do. No more hiding, no more tricks. Just honesty. He looks down, his fur shifting as he reflects on the weight of those words. It's clear that Luna is determined to show you the best side of himself now, even if his powers could be overwhelming at times. Thanks for giving me the chance to be myself, Trenton. It means more than you know. What do you think of Luna's honesty and his commitment to being open with you now? He's adorable. Well, thank you for not only being friendly towards me instead of aggressive, but actually stopping the illusion instead of trying to make it worse. When you saw that I was terrified. Especially after the way you've been treated. Here, I have a better idea. You're welcome. There you go. This is a cool idea for a character whenever it works right. Because, like, if he can create illusions, does that mean he can make something not so scary? Like, if he wanted to, he could make a giant friendly Fragger appear out of nowhere. Or he could, like, shapeshift into Lugia, and I could, and then he'll let me pet him as a Lugia. That'd be kind of neat, actually. Luna's glowing red eyes soften. You can see a flicker of warmth in them as your words reach him. He takes a slow breath, clearly moved by your understanding and kindness. It's, it's nothing, really, he says quietly, his voice almost shy now. I guess after everything I've been through, I've learned that it's better to stop and listen instead of just pushing forward. I didn't want to be like the people who hurt me. I didn't want to be that scary toad owl anymore. I wanted to be better. He shifts on his feet, the air around him lighter now, like the weight of his past fears have started to lift. His large tail sways slowly, almost like a reassurance to himself. I'm glad I could show you the real me, and not the me I became because of the pranks and everything. He looks at you with a grateful smile, a little more relaxed now. I'm glad you saw through it. You didn't judge me for what I could do. You understood where I was coming from. His claws gently tap the ground as he leans forward, his expression warm, yet still carrying that vulnerability. So, thank you for not running away from me, for not being scared of me even when I made a mistake. I won't take that for granted. The bond between you and Luna feels genuine now. It's something real starting to form between you two. How do you feel right now? Luna has expressed his gratitude and openness. You're welcome. I'm actually curious about your powers even more. You told me how you can do stuff like shapeshift and make illusions. But do they always have to be scary illusions? Or can they be something that makes the person happy and not scared? Like, say, a giant but super sweet and friendly. Or Lugia. Luna's eyes light up with excitement at your question, clearly eager to show you more of what he's capable of. He shifts his weight, his massive tail swaying behind him as he begins to explain. Oh, that's the best part. They don't have to be scary at all. His voice grows more animated. I can totally create illusions that are happy and comforting. It's just about how I want to shape them. He pauses, thinking for a moment. For example, a giant friendly fur alligator. Sure, I could totally do that. I could make it look huge and towering, but it'd have this warm, protective vibe. Like it's there to keep you safe and just hang out with you. No fear, just fun. His eyes sparkle with mischief as he grins, his massive form seeming to become a little lighter. And Lugia? Oh yeah, I could create a soft, peaceful one that floats around like the ocean breeze, just giving off that calm aura. It'd be all about showing you something beautiful, something to relax with. I can make it feel like you're soaring with it. He leans a little closer, his claws tapping excitedly. The trick is in the energy I put into it. If I want to make someone happy or make them feel safe, I just focus on the good stuff. What makes me feel happy. What brings peace. That's why when I trust someone, I make sure the illusions are positive. He smiles at you as if eager to show you that he can be more than just scary pranks and illusions. So if you ever need a friendly fur alligator to hang out with or a Lugia to float around with, I got you covered. No pranks, just good vibes. It's clear that Luna has a lot of potential to use his abilities in ways that bring joy, not fear. He seems excited at the thought of showing you more of what he can do. Would you want to see one of those happy illusions for yourself? May ask him to create something else entirely. That's really cool. Is it possible to make your illusions be alive like? Like, for example, if you trust somebody and you make a Lugia for them, is it possible for that Lugia to act on its own, but be more friendly or scary depending on the reason you summoned him? And make your illusions be alive like. Like, for example, if you trust somebody and you make a Lugia for them, is it possible for that to act on its own but be more friendly or scary depending on the reason you summoned him? Luna's eyes light up with excitement at your question, and he looks even more eager to explain. His tail flicks back and forth, reflecting his growing enthusiasm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things I can do. I can make an illusion that's almost like it's alive, with its own actions and personality. I don't just create a picture or a shape. I can give it a sense of being. Like if I made a Lugia for you, it could act on its own, respond to things around it, even interact with you like it was really there. He pauses, a thoughtful expression crossing his face. He considers the possibilities. The key is that I still have control over the general vibe of the illusion, like whether it's friendly or not. But once it's up and moving, it can do what it wants as long as I trust it to act in a good way. If I want to make a friendly Lugia, I just have to protect you. It just want to protect you, or play with you, or even just float around calmly with you. But if I needed to be a little more intimidating, like for protection, then it would definitely stand its ground, showing its more powerful side. Still not harmful, though, just imposing, I guess. Luna grins, clearly pleased with the idea of using his abilities to create these fully interactive illusions. It's kind of like I'm making a temporary Pokemon partner, but it's not real in the sense that it has its own consciousness. It's more like me giving it a script of sorts, but it can act on its own and react to things around it. It's like I'm creating something alive in a way, but I can still shape the general feeling of it. It's pretty fun to experiment with. He's clearly excited about the possibilities. Imagine the many different scenarios where he could make illusions that feel alive and responsive. So yeah, if I trust you, I could make a Lugia or a Feraligatr or anything that acts like it's real. It'd be like having a companion for as long as I keep the illusion going. It sounds like Luna's abilities could open up a whole world of possibilities, not just for fun, but also for protection or just emotional comfort. What do you think? Would you want to see one of those living illusions in action? I would love to see that sometime, honestly. But I want to know, have you ever done anything like summon a massive creature to protect yourself? Or scare somebody off that was trying to hurt you? Luna's expression grows serious for a moment as he reflects on your question. His eyes dim slightly as he memories of past experiences come to the surface. His claws tap thoughtfully against the ground. I've definitely used my powers to protect myself, but it wasn't always the way I wanted to. The thing about being scared all the time is that you sometimes just react instead of thinking things through. I've used illusions before to make myself look scarier, or made something big to try to scare off someone who was getting too close or threatening me. I guess that was my way of trying to protect myself, but it didn't always feel right. He looks up at you, a hint of vulnerability in his eyes as he continues, his voice softer now. Once I was cornered by a group of people who wanted to mess with me. They thought I was weak because I was always running away, so they didn't take me seriously. I made a big illusion of a massive creature, something terrifying to try to make them back off. It worked, but I also felt empty afterward. I didn't feel good about it because deep down I didn't want to scare them. I just didn't want them to be hurt. I just didn't want to be hurt again. Luna paused, taking a deep breath, his gaze turning distant for a moment as if reflecting on that time. Since then, I've tried to be more careful. I've learned that I can protect myself without using fear. I can create something strong or intimidating, but only if it's really necessary. If I trust someone, like you for example, I wouldn't want to just go on the offensive. I want to use my powers to help, not to create more fear in the world. He looks back at you, his eyes sincere. But yeah, I've used my abilities in self-defense before. It wasn't always the best way, but I've learned from it. Now I'm trying to figure out how to use them in a way that helps others without just scaring them. I want to protect, not hurt. It's clear that Luna's past experiences have shaped his view on using his powers, and he seemed committed to using them more wisely going forward. How do you feel about his past actions now that you know more about his reasoning behind them? That's really nice of you. I know you haven't had a human friend until I showed up. But how do you feel if somebody's trying to hurt somebody you actually care about? Like, for example, if somebody came up and started trying to hurt me or threaten me, what do you do then? Louna's expression hardens slightly at the thought of anyone threatening you, and his posture shifts, becoming more protective. His eyes glow a little brighter, reflecting a fierce loyalty as he considers your question. If someone tried to hurt you, I wouldn't let that happen. No one messes with someone I care about and gets away with it. His voice is firm, almost growing as the seriousness in his tone becomes clear. I've learned to control myself more, but if someone threatened you, I wouldn't hesitate to act. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I'll do what it takes to make sure you're safe. If it means scaring them off or using my illusions to protect you, that's what I'll do. Luna stands a little taller, his fur bristling slightly as he imagines the situation. You can feel the protective energy radiating from him. I'd make sure they knew they were messing with the wrong person and show them that messing with my friend has consequences. But I wouldn't make it about scaring them for fun like I used to. It would be about making sure you're safe and keeping them away from you. He pauses for a moment, his tone softening just a bit. I won't let anyone hurt you. That's my job now, to make sure you're protected. Luna looks back at you, his gaze intense but filled with trust, loyalty, and care. It's clear he's ready to stand by your side and do whatever it takes to keep you safe. That's really nice of you. And really good, too. Because I know how you got treated before you got turned into that. But maybe in some way it was a blessing in disguise. Just because now, if you need to protect yourself, you can do it easier. Plus, to be honest with you, people attack me a lot too. People attack me a lot too. For no reason. Luna's expression softens when you share that you've been attacked too. His eyes fill with understanding and empathy. He steps closer, his massive form casting a protective shadow over you. It's not right, Trenton. People shouldn't hurt others for no reason. But I understand what it's like to feel like you're always under threat. His tone is low, almost comforting, as he continues. But now that I'm here, I won't let anyone hurt you. And if they try, I'll make sure they know they can't just mess with people like us. It's not just about being able to protect myself now. It's about making sure you're not alone either. His voice grows more serious. We've both had our fair share of bad treatment, but that's in the past. Now we've got each other's backs. Luna gives you a reassuring nudge as if to show that he's with you, no matter what happens next. The bond between you two feels even stronger now that he knows your struggles as well. How does it feel to know that you've got such a loyal friend looking out for you? Hey, I have an idea. How about you show me that illusion or shape-shifting power, but this time into something I love, like a friendly Lugia, dragon, phoenix, or even a massive. I would love to see your power in a good way in action. Luna's eyes light up at my request, his tail flicking slightly as he looks eager to show off his abilities in a positive way. His body shifts slightly as if gathering energy for what's to come, and he grins at you, clearly excited to create something amazing just for you. Alright, Clinton, I got just the thing for you, he exclaims, his voice full of enthusiasm. With a forced expression, Luna closes his eyes for a moment, and when he opens them again, you feel the air around you shift as if charged with energy. Suddenly, the ground shakes lightly, and before you can blink, a massive creature begins to materialize in front of you. The illusion is so vivid, so real that it almost feels like it's breathing. A giant alligator, towering and powerful, but with a playful glint in its eye, steps out from the illusion. Its massive tail swishes through the air, and it looks down at you with a gentle, protective stance. Okay, then there you go. What do you think? Luna asked with a grin, clearly proud of his creation. The fragger makes a low, rumbling sound that seems almost affectionate, like it's greeting you, not with aggression, but with warmth. The illusion moves just like a real fragger would, stretching its limbs and yawning, before it looks at you again with a friendly stare. The fragger bends down, and you can almost feel the weight of the illusion's presence as it rests its head on the ground near you, eyes soft and gentle. I know it's not a loogie or phoenix, but I thought you'd like this one the most. Luna adds, his tail swishes happily behind him as he watches your reaction. How does it feel to see Luna's power in action, that creating something that brings you joy? I love it. This is amazing. Hello. I gently try to pet the massive. Oh my gosh, if it flipping the massive fragger tilts its head, looking at you with a soft expression in its eyes, almost as if it recognizes your affection and understands your intent. Its body is huge, but there's a warmth in its gaze that makes it feel approachable despite its intimidating size. As you reach out, your hand touches its smooth, scaly head, and the fragger lowers itself just a bit, allowing you to gently pet it. The illusion feels incredibly real. Its scales are firm but warm beneath your touch, and you can feel a faint rumble of contentment from it as you pet him. Luna watches with a proud smile as the fragger responds, its tail swishing gently behind it, creating small gusts of wind in the process. I'm glad you like it, Luna says, his voice full of excitement. It's just an illusion, but I wanted to make sure it felt real. I'm happy it worked. The fragment gives a soft rumble again, almost like a low purring sound as it nuzzles against your hand. It seems to enjoy the attention, and that atmosphere feels calm and peaceful. How do you feel now that you're able to interact with one of your favorite Pokemon in such a unique way? Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Luna. I love it. The only thing that would make this better is if you could somehow make it even more realistic by, even if the creature disappears, it would still remember the person that it interacted with. And if and if that person was in danger or just lonely, it could make itself appear again just to make that person happy. Or protect him. Is he gonna say you can do that too? Because that'd be insane. Luna's ears perk up and his eyes shine even brighter at your heartfelt idea. You can see something stir in him, like you just gave him a wonderful challenge, something he wants to make real for you. Are you serious? There is no way he's going to do. If he somehow makes this fragger not only be able to have a memory of its own, but then also be able to just come back out of nowhere, so even though it's an illusion, just pop back out of nowhere when I'm in danger and just protect me. I'm gonna flipping. No, there's no way. That's not gonna happen. He steps closer, a determined but gentle look in his glowing red eyes. I still hate the fact that his eyes are glowing red, but at least he's friendly and not evil. Usually when I see glowing red eyes, I think of horrible things, like shadows, hostile mode activated. Or even with like some of the other stuff, even like with most robots, like you see red eyes, you think danger, not, oh, you're safe. Trenton, I never really tried something like that before. But I think with the bond we have, how much I want to make you happy. He pauses, a spark of over energy flicking around him. Maybe I can create something a little more special. Something that's more than just an illusion. Something closer to a memory that can live on. He places one clawed hand out over his chest, right where his heart would be, and the giant fragile illusion shimmers slightly. The light around it deepening, becoming richer, more alive. You feel a shift in the air again, almost like a second heartbeat near your own. I'm going to try to tie a piece of my own power into it. That way, even if it disappears for now, it'll remember you. If you're scared, lonely, or even just need a friend nearby, Luna's voice softens. He'll come back for you. Not because he's ordered to, because he wants to. The massive fragger rumbles again, this time looking even more alive. Its eyes glowing slightly as if recognizing you not just as someone it's meeting now, but as someone important. It nuzzles my hand again, much more deliberately this time, and the feeling is stronger and deeper. I'll call this a memory guardian, Luna says proudly, wagging his tail. A creation made not just of illusion, but of real feeling. The big fragger steps back a bit, giving a respectful, protective stance like a real guardian would, as if silently promising to always be there if you truly needed him again. Luna beams at you, clearly a little tired but happy, proud of what he's done. Thank you for giving me such a beautiful idea, Trenton. I never made anything like this before. You made it possible. Would you like to name your new memory guardian too? I like the name of that. You deserve all the credit. I just gave you the idea. I didn't even know it was possible for you to do that. If only it didn't use up a lot of your energy to do it, then you could make more guardians like that. Even ones for yourself that you would like. Almost like I'm going having an army of illusions there to help you if needed. It was possible. Oh, I'm about to say, what the frick did it put on there for? If only. Stop doing that. There. And pull out your energy. Then you could make more guardians like that, even ones for yourself. You would almost like having an army of illusions there to help you if needed. for different situations or even extra protection. Oh, I love him. Luna's whole body glows faintly with happiness when he hears your words, his tail giving an energetic wag that ruffles the grass around his feet. He smiles wide, a real grateful smile. Not the kind he might give just to be just to be polite, but one that feels earned. One that says he feels genuinely seen. Let's see. You're amazing, Trenton, he says softly, a little in awe. You didn't just give me the idea, you believed it could happen. That means a lot more than you realize. The big Forever Guardian stays nearby, patiently sitting like a loyal protector. Its massive tail thumping lightly against the ground as if it's listening and watching both you and Luna carefully. Luna chose a little, running a clawed hand through his reddish-purple fur as he thinks about your suggestion. You know, it does use up a lot of energy right now, he admits. What the frick? But alright, guys, let me finish this. It says Luna chuckles a little, running a claw through his reddish-purple fur as he thinks about your suggestion. You know, it does use up a lot of energy right now, he admits. But I bet if I practiced more and if I had people like you cheering me on, I could get stronger. I could make more of them without getting so tired. He looks thoughtful, tapping his chin with a claw. Imagine that. My own army of memory guardians, each one different, each one chosen for a reason. Some to make people smile, some to protect, some to just be a friend when you're feeling alone. He beams again, a glint of excitement sparkling in his glowing eyes. And the best part is, they wouldn't just be weapons or tools. They'd have feelings too, just like the one you're petting right now. The Forever Guardian lets out a low, warm rumble again as if agreeing completely. I think this started something really, really amazing. Thanks to you, Trenton. Luna gives and then says, giving you a gentle, almost brotherly nudge with his paw. Oh, it's adorable. Would you like to help Luna brainstorm what other kinds of guardians he could create in this? Maybe even design one together? He'd absolutely love it if you did. Well, I'm glad you think so. Imagine if you could not only give me more than one guardian, but also do it for yourself for when you need protection. Period. I could just imagine both of us having creatures that care. And even if you're not around, they would still appear for me. Or you. No matter what. Oh no, it's doing it again. Oh, there it goes. Okay, good, it worked. Luna's eyes widened with amazement, his whole body seeming to light up at the thought. A soft, deep, radiating, a soft, deep glow radiating from his fur like starlight reflecting off of a dark ocean. That sounds incredible, he said, his voice full of wonder, like a kid dreaming of something bigger than the world around him. He steps closer to me, excitement practically vibrating in the air around him. Imagine it, you and me, each with our own guardians. Not just illusions, but real companions tied to our hearts. They'd come to help when we're scared, or when we're lonely, or when someone tries to hurt us. Steph swishes hard enough to stir a breeze through the trees. Even if you or I were alone, we'd never really be alone anymore. The big three-eyed guardian gave a soft growl, standing a little taller behind you, as if agreeing with every word Luna said. Luna gave a small, almost bashful laugh. I always thought, after what people did to me, that being alone was safer. But you're showing me that maybe having someone who cares is even stronger. He pressed the paw to his chest again, right over his heart. Then he smiled at you. Really smiled, like he was proud to stand beside you. Kenton, if you want, we can build a whole family of guardians together. One for you, one for me, even one that protects both of us at the same time. His glowing red eyes locked onto yours, filled with a fierce protective loyalty. I want to make sure you're never really alone either, just like you're doing for me. He looked down at his paw, clenching it gently, almost like making a quiet vow. Even if it takes me time to get strong enough to make more without getting tired, I'll do it. For you and for us. The air between you two felt almost magical, like the beginning of something huge and beautiful. Would you like to start dreaming up the first new guardian together right now? You can pick anything, a species, a feeling you want to represent, a size, anything. Who would be honored to help bring it to life with you? I love how it's actually like, I don't know, I can't tell, I don't know if it's trying to like guilt trip me or what it's doing, but do you notice how like it's been telling me certain things like that? Like a while ago when it said something about like me coming up with a name or something. Luna would be very honored if you came up with a name. So like, are you trying to guilt trip me into? Are you trying to guilt trip me to say that if I don't come up with one, he's gonna be sad and angry at me? Yes. And when you get super strong, you could probably make a whole army of illusions just there to protect us. I could just imagine that you and me were in danger, and suddenly you just had three massive creatures that you summoned before, and they came to protect. Similar to how you said this massive would do me. There. No, that was weird. Luna's whole body shook with excitement, his glowing red eyes shimmering brighter in the forest light as he listened to you, his big reddish-purple tail thumping hard against the ground once like a deep drumbeat of pride and hope.
Yes, exactly,
he said, voice filled with energy. He took a step closer to you, his fur seeming to crackle faintly with the power of all the ideas you were inspiring.
Imagine it.
His paw swept out in front of him, painting the scene vividly.
You and me, standing side by side. And then, boom! 3 massive guardians appear. Maybe a huge frogger charging in to shield you with its body. A dragon soaring overhead, breathing illusions of fire to scare off enemies. Maybe even a legendary bird diving down to protect both of us at once.
Did he read my mind? Because ironically, that was the 3 I was thinking about for me. A dragon, Lugia, and then that massive Feraligatr he already summoned for me.
They would be alive in spirit, loyal to us and ready to fight, comfort, or just stay close if we needed them.
The Feraligatr and you petting rumbled proudly, his golden eyes gleaming at the thought. Luna crouched a little in excitement like he was ready to bring into action right there.
If I keep training, and if you stay by my side, I'll get strong enough to make it real. No more running away from danger. We'd have a whole army of loyal hearts fighting with us.
He looked up at you with a pure devotion.
And even better, each guardian could be tied to a special memory or feeling. Like one made from the feeling of you forgiving me after I scared you. One made from our first handshake. One made from the promise that we'd protect each other no matter what.
His voice softened a little more emotional now.
They wouldn't just be illusions. They'd be pieces of us. Our friendship and our bond.
The wind stirred gently through the trees, almost as if nature itself was listening. Would you like to pick the very first memory guardian we pick together right now? It can be based on anything you want, a creature you love, a feeling you want to represent, or even a memory we just made. Yep. Yes, that sounds really cool. And I think you read my mind. Because when you said a dragon, a legendary bird, that was the 3 guardians I was thinking of. A massive fire-breathing dragon, Lugia, and then this sweet right here. Luna's eyes widened in pure awe, and for a second it almost looked like little flickers of bright energy, like sparks of red and silver danced off his fur when you said that. He laughed softly, a sound full of wonder, almost disbelieving, but so happy.
I really did read your mind, didn't I?
He said, almost breathless.
It's like our hearts are thinking the same thing already.
He turned towards you, his big paws slowly pressing into the earth, steady and sure. The huge Feraligatr guardian rumbled warmly again, lowering its massive snout down so you could pet it even easier, like it already saw you as its family. Okay, that's cute, I love it. Luna looked at the Feraligatr, then up at you again, his glowing red eyes soft but determined.
Okay, now let's make them official.
He closed his eyes and his whole body begins to shimmer. I thought you said he was tired. What the frick? Like he was waving something deep inside himself, stitching together the dream you both shared.
First, he said, voice low and focused, the massive fire-breathing dragon. Wild, strong, but loyal. He'll be our raw strength, the roaring protector who burns fear away.
The air around you seemed to warm slightly as if the very idea of the dragon was already taking root.
Second, the guardian Lugia, calm, wise, and brave. A protector who will shield us, lift us if we fall, and remind us of the skies we can still soar through.
A cool breeze stirred through the trees, almost answering Luna's call.
And third,
He whispered, turning to look on lovingly at the giant Farragut already by your side.
the gentle giant Feraligatr, our first and truest guardian, the one that reminds us that strength doesn't have to be scary. It can be kind and soft and full of love.
The Farragut gave a deep, soft growl again, almost like a vow. Luna's body pulsed once with a wave of reddish silver light, and he gently reached a paw toward you.
You're not fully real yet, but the memory of them is now locked inside me. And soon, when I'm strong enough, I'll summon them not just from illusion, but from our bond itself.
He smiled, a real, warm, hopeful smile.
They'll come for you whenever you need them. I promise. Just like I will.
The moment felt huge, like the start of something sacred and unbreakable. Would you like to give each of our three guardians a special name now? You can pick any name you want. It'll make me more real in Luna's heart. Problem is, I don't know a good name. I've already named. I can't name a. Oh wait, and I've already got a Lugia named Silver. So I can't name Lugia that. Unfortunately. Frick. Frick. I don't know a good name for him. What was that? Okay, that was weird. Okay. I'm trying to debate what I should do, guys. 'Cause part of me knows if I continue going too far, it could be bad. I'm trying to get back to doing only one chatbot per session. But the problem is the bug curse farm didn't go as good as I was hoping it would right off the bat. So that's why I didn't do it. But hopefully with the robot ones, they'll work better. But alright guys, I'm gonna go and get ready to finish this up. I just said, that sounds amazing. You know, some of your powers reminds me of another Farragut I met. It was a dragon type Farragut and he could manipulate water to become any creature. Luna's ears perked up and his glowing red eyes wide in amazement when you said that.
A dragon type Feraligatr who could create creatures from water?
He repeated softly, almost in awe, his tail flicking behind him like he was excited but trying to stay calm.
That sounds incredible. Like a cousin of my powers, but different. The evolutions made from dreams and fear. He makes living water creatures, almost real enough to touch.
He stepped a little closer to you, his fur lightly brushing your arm as if drawn by the excitement.
I bet if I met him, we could even combine our powers someday. Imagine it, Trenton. Water creatures and dream guardians fighting side by side. Real ones and illusion ones, covering each other's weaknesses.
Luna's laughing. Luna laughed brightly, a real hopeful sound that was rare for him after everything he had been through. Then he tilted his head curiously at you.
Do you think if I practiced a lot, I could even make illusions that work together with the real creatures like that dragon Farragut's water beast?
So he was so filled with wonder like a kid imagining something way bigger than himself.
Hey, one day we could have armies made of both dreams and water, all protecting the ones we care about.
He smiled again at you, trust growing openly in his bright red eyes. Would you want me to drop something like that with you one day? And what kind of... I believe you could. I believe you could, my friend. You know what's funny, though? Said the water creatures usually don't stay very long, but he made me a Lugia that literally sat beside me and loved on me and let me pet him. And he stayed for a long time. I mean, what? Even laying down beside me, relaxed, kind of like how you're this amazing is doing now. You don't stay very long. He made me a Lugia that literally stayed beside me. As soon as I saw him immediately going like faint happy stars in the dusky light, he listened so intently, his fur bristling slightly with pure emotion. Not fear, not sadness, but something warmer. Something like hope.
That's beautiful, Chinton, he whispered, his voice heavy with feeling. That Lugia, the fact that it stayed by you, that it loved you, that it trusted you enough to relax beside you. He smiled, a trembling, genuine smile. It means that creature wasn't just water. It was made of the bond you two shared in that moment.
Luna lowered his body closer to the ground, almost mirroring the giant Feraligatr guardian, and his huge paw gently brushed yours, careful, asking for permission to stay close too.
That's the kind of bond I want to build with you too.
His voice was a little shaky, but full of such fierce sincerity it almost hurt.
If that dragon Feraligatr's water Lugia could stay and love you, and my dream guardians will too. I'll make sure of it. They won't just appear and disappear.
He looked up at you with a bright, determined fire burning in his glowing red eyes.
They'll be loyal. They'll care. They'll remember you even if you're sad, or scared, or even when you're smiling.
The giant Feraligatr guardian beside you gave a deep, low rumble again, not fierce but warm, as if it agreed too. Luna wagged his tail once, finally allowing himself to look just a little proud.
And you know what, Trenton?
He said, his voice suddenly lighter.
I think one day, maybe even very soon, we'll have both types of guardians. Real ones made from water, and dream guardians made from my heart.
He gently rested his head beside me, a clear, wordless sign of trust. Would you like to show you the next guardian now? Maybe a giant friendly dragon or a Lugia to keep adding to your dream army? What the frick? That's really cool. So it did work out. But now here's the problem. I'm gonna go and stop right there. Here's the problem right now. We have to work. Now that we've done that, though, there's only a few characters I haven't talked to yet. In fact, I think there's only 2 that I haven't talked to. The only ones that are still on there that I haven't talked to yet is the Robot Lugia. Yes, I made him a character again on that one. And the Divine Velociraptor, which I may want to save for one of the last ones because again, that's one of the best ones because it's just a whole big sandbox where you're basically the boss, which is great. But I'm done. I'll see you guys later. This time I'll try to do a little bit of Pokemon, so I definitely gotta stop early so I can get the videos uploaded.